Much to the dismay of liberals and globalists everywhere, that caravan of illegal aliens from Central America, well, it's not coming to the U.S. It's stopping in Mexico City. I guess President Trump's hardline on Twitter worked. I also think that his ordering troops to the border worked even better. The illegal alien caravan from Central America, mostly from Honduras, that grew from 1,000 to 1,100 to 1,500 strong, that was supposed to get here today or tomorrow, well, they decided to cut their losses and stop in Mexico City. This from the Washington Post. Now, as you can imagine, the Amazon-owned Washington Post is beside itself. This might as well be an obituary. I mean, the tone of this article is just so sad, and you can see how happy that makes me. I'm giddy. Title: The migrant caravan denounced by Trump will end in Mexico City, but some people vow to go on alone. Let's read part of this. Mateus from Mexico, the caravan of Central American migrants, no, illegal aliens, not migrants, illegal aliens, that has prompted scathing tweets from President Trump. Trump's war with Amazon and with Jeff Bezos is just glorious because their emotional knee-jerk responses in the way they write, in the editorial style of the Washington Post since this began. I mean, the Washington Post has always been far left, but the editorial style of the Washington Post since this war began really betrays how hysterical they are about this. So that has prompted scathing tweets from President Trump is expected to end its journey at the Mexican capital rather than pushing north to the U.S. border, organizers said Wednesday. Pushing north like this Admiral Byrd pushing through the Arctic. Give me a break. A bunch of illegal aliens riding pickup trucks and buses pushing north like explorers, sloshing through snow or trekking their way up Everest, like climbing ice. I mean, glorify and romanticize illegal aliens a bit more, Washington Post. The sheer size of the group, more than 1,000 people swollen by Hondurans leaving their country after a contentious presidential election. We had a contentious presidential election, and liberals promised to leave and go to Canada and to Mexico and to Europe. They didn't. The Hondurans should probably follow their lead. I have a better idea. Let's just give them our liberals. They can go to Honduras and make Honduras a better place for these trekking migrants. It has made the logistics of travel too difficult. No, Trump saying he was going to put troops on the border and send y'all back is what made it too difficult. This is just great. But Newsweek, far left Newsweek, couldn't give Trump credit for this one. Here's their headline. Mexico, not Trump, stopped caravan of immigrants heading to the U.S. I love how it's the migrant caravan, the caravan of immigrants, not illegal aliens. Mexico is hardly laughing, experts told Newsweek. Research shows the country is detaining and deporting Central American immigrants in roughly the same numbers as the U.S., often even surpassing the U.S. is good. Why don't they keep their own people there? Why don't they keep their own people there? What's more, now this is really a joke. I mean, if you want to praise Mexico Newsweek, that's one thing, but don't insult our intelligence. What's more, Mexico continues to devote resources to breaking up drug cartels and organized crime, the fear of which drives many immigrants to head north for refuge. Okay, A, that's just dumb, and I'm going to explain why in a second. Mexico isn't doing anything to break up the cartels. It is one of the most dangerous narco states in the world. There's very little they can do because the corruption is systemic and comes from the root, from the neighborhoods, from the villages, from the towns, where the people who join their police forces in politics live and grew up. But wait a second. Mexico is doing so much to break up cartels and organized crime. Mexico is such a wonderful place now. It's doing so much to keep its people from heading north that a bunch of Central Americans decided it was okay to walk through Mexico. I mean, do they even listen to themselves at this point? So is Mexico this wonderful utopia or this horrible place where people have to run north? Is Mexico this lawful society that's sending back all these Central Americans? Or is it this terrible, lawless place where its own people want to come to the U.S. because they're afraid of being killed for no reason? Newsweek didn't even try to hide their bias there. They didn't even try to make themselves sound logical and sensible. Mexican officials went to great lengths to try to break up the caravan. No, they didn't. Mexican officials didn't go to any lengths to try to break up this caravan. Mexican officials are the ones who abandoned their border checkpoints and let the caravans in. Mexican officials are the ones who let it get all the way to Mexico City. If Mexican officials wanted to break up this caravan, the caravan wouldn't have gotten 10 feet into Mexico, let alone to Mexico City, to its capital. This is absolutely ridiculous. And there's so much more to this story. There's so much more to why this really happened. So much more. And I'm going to tell you all about why this caravan was really stopped in Mexico City right here on The Rebel on my longer show, Off the Cuff Declassified, a bit later today. This is really important content, and this is content I love to bring you because it lets me debunk all the left's false narratives using their own words. So please help me keep doing it by subscribing to our premium service at www.therebel.media/shows.